Hello Rovers and welcome back to another account review plus hologram this time round. Today we'll be reviewing Shurogaki's account, review and hologram, so let's get to it. Okay, so let's see what do we have here. We are looking at... Yeah, we are not looking at anything because, you know, I really do wish, right, they do maybe add a little bit of like a gray background over here so that very bright things going on here doesn't just entirely block those stats. So hard to see. Dwarf Senpai, oh my god, y'all need to chill, man. Okay, so we are looking at quite good energy regen, pretty good crit rate, and pretty good crit damage as well. I see why. Last Dance, okay. So that means your attack stat is lower than usual? I guess it works. Okay, Kurosaurus, everyone's favorite dinosaur. They will always rage over this this echo since it's so hard to farm. 3-5, 3-5, 2-5, 3-5. It's very clear that you should rework on this one. This one's very hard to redo because you have max roll over here. So you probably might want to keep this since max roll crit damage and very high roll crit rate is very hard to get. It's just a pity that whatever this shit is didn't hit any other additional stat. But I think other than that, your Galvana echoes are good enough. So it's probably just rework on this one. If you ever do want to rework on something else, probably this one. Otherwise, just get your Kurosaurus done and you're probably good for your Galvana already. Do get these two up so that you have a little bit more crit damage. Also max out the Liberation. And it's all good. Okay, Lupa with... Do you have S1 Lupa? No. So the crit rate is a little bit low. Energy regen is great. Crit damage is quite okay. Okay, 3-5, looking great. 3-5, and 3-5, and 3-5, and 3-5. You probably want to rework on this one first. Lowest energy and liberation. Then probably rework on this one. Or you could also rework on this one. Try to hope for better crit damage and crit rate. Lupa, honestly, although I think arguably double fusion is still better regardless of whatever's going on. So maybe you still actually want to try going for double fusion first. Honestly, if you're using Lupa more of a buffer, you can get away with these kind of stats for now. But if you ever do find yourself needing a little bit more damage, then you know what to work on. Shopkeeper, 250% energy regen is a little bit overkill. A lot of HP, that's great. Crit damage, a little bit low. So I guess your shopkeepers really backed out towards HP. Variation, R4, nice. HP, makes sense. 3-5. Energy regen, 4-5. Energy regen, 3-5. And HP, 2-5. And HP, 2-5. Okay. Interesting. You know what? Just leave your shopkeeper as it is. You will only want to redo shopkeeper if you have no one else to do. Otherwise, just keep her as it is. You have enough energy regen, that's perfect. If you ever do want more damage, then you can try to get 230% energy regen, which is the sweet spot for shopkeeper. You know, Moongazer Sigil. If you have Moongazer Sigil, the crit damage is a little bit low. Energy regen is fine. Crit damage. This is effective 3-5. This is the effective 3-5 and a 3-5 and a... Okay. Effective 4-5, missing one crit. And effective 4-5. I would say all of your crit rolls are very low on which is kind of a pity. If you do want to rework on consider reworking on this one first. Double crit is great and all. Actually, no, rework on this one first. Double crit is great and all. But you will also want to have some more stats. Some scaling stat or some more attack stat so that your can do a lot more damage. So if you really want to rework on your I would say probably rework on this one, then rework on this one, and then this one. Ooh, okay. These stats look pretty good. The attack stat might be a bit low. Burden submit. With Burden submit, the attack stat actually does look a little bit low. Why is your attack stat looking a little bit low though? Oh, because you don't have any attack percentage rolls here other than your this one. But okay, this is an effective 5-5, definitely worth keeping. This is 3-5, this is 3-5, this is effective 4-5, and this is 2-5. Okay. If we were to rework on Augusta, rework on this one first, get like some attack percentage. A 2-5 is great, double crit is great, but having like one more highlighted stat is, especially since that this attack right here, this attack stat right here is kind of on the low side. Or maybe the other thing you might try to focus on is trying to get 130% energy regen instead, so that it'll be way easier for you to get her out back. Carthasia. Carthasia is the HP is a little bit low. Actually, it's quite low. A lot of energy regen, good crit, pretty okay crit damage. We're using Emerald of Genesis. Okay. I would recommend you to keep another extra Emerald of Genesis. Also, by the way, do remember to lock this. I would recommend you to keep another extra Emerald of Genesis just in case you ever do need to use an extra Emerald of Genesis in the Whimpering Waste. So for example, if let's say you needed to use Carthasia in Team 1, and maybe in Team 2 there's another sword user that needs to use Emerald of Genesis, you have a spare Emerald of Genesis backup. I know that you have a Blazing Brilliance, but what if the character needs Emerald of Genesis rather than Blazing Brilliance? Then you'll be kind of like, oops, I do not have a spare Emerald of Genesis for you. Yeah, but that's something to keep in mind for in the future if you ever do get another extra one. Well, this is an effective 3-5. No crit damage though. Okay, what the heck? 1-5. No, it's 2-5. Liberation sort of does work. This is effective 4-5. This one's a 4-5, and this one is effective 3-5. If I were to rework on Carthasia, definitely get this Kelpie reworked on. This one's quite okay. You can afford to miss a little bit of crits here and there because there's increase in crit rate by 10% already. Keep this one, rework on this one, and probably rework on this one. So maybe 1, 2, and then 3. These two, you can leave them as they are. Zani. Oh, you do have a signature weapon. So that means you're using a crit rate Morning Egg. Not really needed per se. Beyond 70% crit rate is kind of an overkill. But okay, this is a very good Capitanus. I think the best thing to rework on, right, is getting a crit damage Morning X. And then effective 3-5. This one's wow, this one's mega oof. Okay, I see why you want to use crit rate now. So before you make the swap over to crit damage Morning X, get this one to have crit rate. So like double crit. And some... Maybe you don't need 120% energy regen. Some 115 is good enough. Rework this for double crit. After that, you can try to get a crit damage Morning X. Then if you have the other resources, you may try to fish for better crit damage. Crit rate is not as important on Zani, especially with 20% extra crit rate. You see, right? 70 plus crit rate above means you get 90% plus crit rate. That's correct. But it also means that there's diminishing returns unless you get 100% crit rate. Because what's going to happen is, you know how Jinxie or your Camellia is missing her crits even though she has like 70 plus crit rate? By the way, that didn't happen for me, just saying. Just saying. Is that the more crit rate you have, it doesn't mean the more damage you have. It just means your crit becomes so much more consistent until you miss that crit damage. And then you're just like, oh, that's the whole wasted stat. So the sweet spot for crit rate is between like 70 to 80. Going to 90 is a bit of an overkill, and if you do miss that one crit for your big attack, well, that's GG. So yeah, staying around 70% crit rate is arguably the best thing you can do. Phoebe. Yo, what happened to the staff? Okay, the staff appeared. Cosmic Ripples. Okay, makes sense. And actually, wait, doesn't make sense. If Cosmic Ripples, your attack should be way higher. I guess your Mullet set is not very invested. Bonk, bonk, double bonk. Ow. Ow. Y'all chill with the bonks. Oh, wow. This is a 4-5. No, this is a effective 5-5 Heron. Ah. No. Phoebe doesn't need so much energy regen. Now that I realize 200% energy regen. No, Phoebe only needs like 120% energy regen as well. I guess you are sharing the set in between all of your other resonators, I guess, which is why she has all that. Is it? Okay, interesting. I would say, yeah, Moonlit, you don't need a lot of investment. This is pretty cracked for Phoebe. Do a lot of sharing. You can change ER to attack anytime. If you do have the resources, I would actually recommend like just building specific Moonlit sets for each specific character so that they can do a little bit more damage, which you will find it a lot easier to get like higher points in your Whimpering based runs or your tower. Because if your supports are able to do a little bit more damage, right, it just makes your endgame content so much more easier. Like for example, if you're already at the point where, okay, I can get all my rewards relatively easy, and then you invest just a little bit more in on your supports, then the relatively easy will become very easy. So definitely don't look down on investing on your supports. But I still do high-key recommend investing on your main DPSs first before you work on your supports. Yeah. Okay, moving on. Oh wait. S1 Phoebe. Yeah, interesting. Did you get S1 Phoebe by accident? Kalata will be using Last Dance. So with Last Dance, okay, this Kalata stats look pretty good. 3-5, 3-4, effective 4-5, 4-5, effective 4-5 again, and 2-5. Yep, your Kalata's quite good looking. If you ever do want to work on anything, clearly it's the Chop Chop Leftless. Got her again at 250. I see, interesting. That's very lucky. Please bless us with that luck. Camellia is what? No echoes. Oh, dungeon. But dungeon 5 times 30. Okay, got it. I don't think you're using Camellia that often anymore now. Anyways, Whimpering Ways made her a little bit less useful. Yeah, so we shall move on to Xiang Yao. Xiang Yao Verity Handle. That's nice. And hold on. Crit rate. Okay, yeah. Seems about the standard Xiang Yao stat. Okay, 3-5. 3-5. Very good 4-5. 2-5 and 2-5. Are you still using Xiang Yao? Am I scamming you of a water sip? Where? When? I guess I missed the water sip. Here's your water sip. Okay, time to refill the water. Plan on using Xiang Yao again. Probably rework on the traffic illuminator. And then this one. And then after that, this one. These two look quite... No, these two look pretty good. So we can leave them as it is. Jinxie, Dauntless Ebonite, Ages of Harvest. With Ages of Harvest, that's a pretty healthy crit rate. Crit damage looking a little bit low. Energy regen's great. Effective 4-5. And this one is, oh, Mega Oof. Omega Oof right here. 3-5. Effective 3-5. But, this one's pretty good looking 4-5. This one's also pretty good 4-5. Ah, so you're missing crit damage rolls on this one, and this one. No wonder your crit damage is very low. You see, you don't remember last time you used her? I guess if you don't use her, we won't really go through her. But if you do ever intend on using Jinxie again, we work on this one, followed by this one, and then maybe this one after that. But if you're not really using Jinxie for now, that's perfectly fine. Okay. Tian, I don't think you're using Tian either, right? Tian 66 and 250 plus crit damage. Okay. 2535, effective 35, effective 45, and 45. Hmm. I don't think you're using Tian now though. But yeah, I mean, if you ever do plan on using him again, maybe I would want to rework on this one first. Then after that, rework on this one. So that I have like one more highlighted stat over here. Then I think it will be good enough. Y'all need to chill with the bongs, man. There's gonna be so many bongs later on. I don't think your Calcharos, you're using Calcharo that often. And even if you do, you can just take Xiang Yao's echoes anyways, so I'll not talk about Calcharo. Encore, encore, encore. Encore does look like you do have Encore's weapon. Cosmic Ripples. Okay. Fusion. Fusion. Attack. Attack. Looks like effective 4, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, and effective 2.5 out of 5. Okay, cool. I don't think you're using Encore that often, but if you do, you want to rework on this, and I guess that's about it. Okay, Aero Rover for Carthathia makes sense. Aero Rover will be using this one, okay, which is on Baizhi. Dungeon. This is better on Dungeon. This is better on, I guess, both Camellia Dungeon works, effective 3-5. This one's also 3-5, and this one's effective 4-5 for Dungeon, only effective 3-5 for Camellia. This one is 3-5 for Camellia, but the best for Dungeon. Okay, cool. Yeah, use Dungeon as you will. I won't really comment too much about this one. Okay, Sunpower Overture, the perfect thing for her. Her Impermanence Heron, Moonlit set, doesn't need a lot of investment, but it looks like you have quite a lot of double crit across the board. That's pretty nice. Okay. Verena will be using Baiju's set, so we actually should just move on to Baiju already. All of your other characters most likely will be using Moonlit as they are. So we've seen the Moonlit, they are pretty good. Okay. Crit rate Bellborn? That's an interesting choice. Honestly, if you're using it with Carthathia, Bellborn works, but crit rate Bellborn is certainly an interesting choice. I would have gone healing bonus, but sure, I guess that works. Energy regen. And I would say Baiju would do much better with Shopkeeper's Echoes. Instead, you just want to use attack on Verena, like double attack on Verena, and energy regen. This energy regen is not enough unless you're using sharing variation. But it's very, very important in Wuwa that you have like, I guess, two variations to work with. Cause right now you don't have another additional variation. So probably you want to use one Rectifier Voyager. Or alternatively, you can get the Call of the Abyss, which can be found after you're done with the exploration quest in the Celluphels. You do. I think the best thing you can do, right, is also to have like Verena to have her own set of echoes instead of like swapping around. So I would split between two sets. So something like pretend that there's like Aero Rover, and then Verena will share with Aero Rover, and then Shopkeeper and Baiji will share their sets together. It will make it a lot less confusing. It's very important for your supports to have at least around 200% energy regen, so every rotation they can get their out up. As to Verena, okay, that's perfect. If you don't know where to craft your Call of the Beast, you can get it over at the Mars Reverie. It's a pretty good energy regen weapon. Talk to Nyala and craft weapons, and then you'll be able to find Call of the Beast over here. This one. It's quite nice to have because of the energy regen it provides. And then so you don't really need to invest in too much. Holograms in Huanglong. Oh, there's also holograms in Huanglong. Okay, you know what? We can do the holograms in Huanglong first because they are easier. So let's do that. Monkey hologram. The monkey hologram is annoying to deal with, but it's not as difficult. If you're able to, if you know when the monkeys are going to spawn in, it will be quite easy for you to deal with the monkeys. What the shit? Okay, the monkey's gonna spawn. Monkey's gonna spawn again. Boom. And then do a kick. Ah, yeah. Ow. Oh my god, yeah, did this. Okay, the monkey that spawns in as it roars as well. Okay, roar. 2, 3, okay, nice. Let's get this done. Dodge, okay. And then it's gonna spawn in monkeys. Yeah. Monkeys again. And then we can do a kick. Okay, bye Varun game. Enjoy your day. Ow. Dodge, and then another monkey will spawn in. Boom. Okay, nice. We're done here. Okay, now we head on to the other hologram. The hard part about using Lupa is that she likes to be in the air. Guess I'm gonna have to like swap in between instead because I don't want Lupa to be in the air like that. Okay, nice. What the? I just exited right out of the ult. He just like, ooh, let's do a 180 swing. Bro, these attacks are undodgeable, man. That one came way too fast. I swear, Sentry Construct is one of the iffiest bosses to fight sometimes. Yeah. I want to stay in front of this guy, so I'm gonna end up behind this guy when he does his shield and then smack you out of it. Yeah, that's right. Get smacked. We're gonna fly, but not anymore, not this time. Very, very good timing over here. And then get out of here. Just get out of here. Just get out of here. Okay, Hecate is where I don't want to use Augusta. She'll end up trying to uppercut the boss. And that's the strong suit about Zani. Zani can just keep parrying and parrying. Hello, Sina. Isn't it Saturday today? It is Saturday today. Wow, that's a very long light beam. Oh, I'm only taking my Sundays off. And yeah, I didn't go to the monastery today because I had a headache. I woke up with a pretty bad headache this morning, so I'm just like, screw it. I'm not heading to the monastery. Pew, and then pew, and then pew, and then the wheels, and then she's gonna do something and drag the wheels back. Okay, nice. I missed the... Okay, well, I mean, that works too. Before you fly off, one hit more, and let's deplete all of your HP. Very nice. Now before you do your thing again, let me freeze you for a quick second. Aish! What the hell? Zani's last stand, go! Okay, we are done here. And that's why I use Zani. Zani makes things a lot easier. But if you're not comfortable with Zani, you can also use Carlotta. Carlotta also makes boss fights a lot easier. What the? That was a very opportune moment for Sip Water, yes. That's very, very evil of you. What the heck? Another Sip Water? Bot view again? Oh no. What's the bot trying to do now? What the? Bro, that was rude. An instant kill, really? Man. Big red bubbles. You don't think you've ever seen... I remember the max point fight where he throws the big red bubble, and those bubbles don't ever go away. They literally just track you. Can I? What the hell, man? Oh my god, can I attack already? What the heck, bro? What the bro? Come on, bloody attack. Okay, that's enough from you. Goodbye. Freaking Lolai, man. Utterly annoying.
終わりにする任せたよ神聖を授ける入力茨の道だとしても光の結晶よ恩寵をお与えください
Who doesn't enjoy playing on Tina Fey's account? Maybe Void. Because Void has his Void has better things to play with. Water? Don't know if y'all can catch that sip water audio. DPS bullying. Die! Yeah, we're done. Oh my god. Okay, let me do a proper sip just in... What is this? Check rewards in your mailbox backpack is full. Well, that's the first time I've seen one like this.
不穏な気配がします。神罰終わりにせどうか私の声を任せるいつまでもグズグズしてはいられない。さあただのかすれ傷だ。終わりにせよ火の成果神聖を授ける入力最初のご加護救済をもたらす青い鳥よこれが最初の宿題任せたよ答えてインペラトル波置いてもうすぐ退勤時間だまとめてこい
Yeah, your inventory is full.
星の歌よ入力脆いさあまだまだ悔い改めてくださいこれが最初の祝福かかってこい任せてよ邪魔な攻撃だこの盾はそう脆くない最初のご加護浄化の光全てを照らす光よ少し遊んでやろう救済救済は
I'm getting stuck on the guy, which causes me to spawn in the mid-air. Any tips for new players? In the newbie banner, get shopkeeper. Okay, very nice. Clearing it with Zani. Bong. So far we. Okay, that's gonna tornado. Ew, what's the hell?
星の歌よ。これが最初の祝福。いつまでもグズグズしてはいられない。最初のご家族2人の結晶よ。恩寵をお与えください。宣言する。まだまだ。悔い改めてください。これが心。
No, what the hell is this camera angle? What? Oh. You can hit from so far, that's crazy. Insane work. If you have Lupa and Brand for Galbrena, then you don't really need Chuyen. Thanks for following from Diamonds. And also no problem. If you want to, you can also join our Discord. We have quite a lot of people in Discord, and you can ask them for help anytime you want to. Just gonna donate over there. Swipe, and then another swipe. Yeah. You can do the exclamation mark Discord to find Yup. Okay, we're done here. Let me get the command for you. Exclamation Discord. Ow. Yo. The Arinosa has enough attack to one-shot Zani. That's cursed, man. That's actually cursed. You stole it? What did you steal? Okay. Let me lock in. Time to lock in. Gotta just cancel this right now and switch over. That random X was a little bit scary.
任せたよ。もうすぐ体験時間だ。
Dodge ability? No. I'll do something evil, a bit evil. Sip water. You'll be sabotaging your own account then.
最初のご加護。静粛に。
Wow, wow, wow. We're having a sip water right now, really? Oh my god, I'm out of water. What the heck, man? Okay, it's time for the curse to sip again. Okay. What the hell, man? Well, so much for the sip water. Bro, doing something evil. Can I dodge here? Thank you very much. Oh wow, look at Zani. The tracking on Zani is insane. She literally went flying all the way over there. GG, we did it. Stabby, your sip water nearly through the game. How evil, how evil. Okay, GG, we are done. We are completely done over here. Beautiful. Do remember to claim all your hologram rewards. Okay, and that's it for Shurogaki's account hologram clear. I hope you all learned something from this hologram clear if you're like struggling on holograms. And I also hope you all enjoy my suffering. For those of you watching on TikTok and YouTube, happy gaming Rovers, and I'll see you again in the next video. Goodbye. Goodbye.